Hello again to another Agakala reaction. Today it's another date night, and it's almost like date because it's about food.
Oh, I love food videos.
I still love food videos.
I love food.
And what were you watching today?
Today we are watching the top 10 most iconic foods you must try in Paris.
From Le Frenchies.
Ah, yes. The Frenchies.
Le Frenchies? You should be able to pronounce that. Le Frenchies?
The Frenchies?
I don't know.
Le
You do want to use French. Okay,
Not
let's
good
just
at
jump
those.
into it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
France is known for many
Onion
things,
soup?
and food
Cheese
is
on?
definitely one of them. So when you come to Paris, there are some things you need to try. And in this video, we're going to tell you the 10 things you absolutely must try when you're in Paris. And we'll tell you
If
the
you can afford
places
it.
to get them as
We're on
well.
a budget.
So, Colleen, are you hungry?
What?
Allez, on y va.
Let's go.
I'm interested in McDonald's,
The
Burger
number one
King.
thing on our list of things you have to try while you're in Paris
KFC.
is the French onion soup. And the onion soup here is amazing. If you do it right, it's cooked all day long so that the broth is thick and rich. And then you bake it in a crock with a nice piece of crusty bread and a big pile of gooey cheese on top. Now, this was originally something served at the end of a party to sober the guests up before their pre-dawn ride home, but now it's become a main staple. And our favorite place to eat onion soup is at the Jacobin in Saint-Germain.
Gonna have to make some lists of those places.
So you can find them
The
locally.
second thing on our must-try foods in
No.
Paris
I know.
is
I'm joking.
escargot and frog legs. And
Yeah, I
people
tried both of
asked,
those.
Is it true that
I
they
haven't
really
had
do
frog legs
eat
yet.
snails
Just like
and
chicken.
frogs? And the answer
I
is yes.
definitely
There's a lot of
rather those than the
speculation
snails.
about when and
We
why
had
they
snails,
started.
you had
Yeah,
two.
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Rumors
probably
date
rather
back to
those,
Romans
like
and BC,
the
and
frog legs on
others
this.
that monks
Yeah.
claim that frog
Ooh,
legs
that looks
weren't meat,
nice.
so they could eat them during Lent. But suffice to say,
For
that
me,
was a long time
when I had
ago.
them, there was
Don't be
like dry
afraid to
meat.
try them.
Well, we're
Today,
Personally,
gonna
I
have to
don't.
try.
generally
Maybe
eat
we're
them
just gonna
swimming
go
in
and make
garlic and
one
butter.
day. Just
The
gonna go and
escargots are
actually
kinda like
try out those
clams,
places.
and the frog
what are you
legs,
talking
well,
about?
they taste like
I'll eat it
chicken.
again.
Our favorite place
Not the
to eat them
escargot,
in
but
Paris is
frog
the
legs, no problem.
escargot de Montagouet.
Big boss!
Was it
The
Torbos?
third thing you want to try
hop on the
is
rock.
some bread, pastries, viennoiserie, or even great sandwiches in a boulangerie in Paris. One of the things French people miss the most when they are away from France is the baked goods from a boulangerie.
I'm
And
sorry,
for
but I
good
don't think it's only
reasons.
French people.
There's something about baguettes and croissants in France
I
that
miss Taco Bell.
bakeries in the
I miss
US
Taco
and
Bell.
around the world
Hey.
can capture. There's a crispness, a fluffiness, a flakiness.
Look at those
There is
nice
something
sandwiches.
that real
Ooh.
artisanal French bakeries do that just make them ooh la la. When you're in Paris, do yourself a favor and stop in a boulangerie. Get a croissant, a pain au chocolat, a croque monsieur,
I guess
a
that's gonna be our
quiche.
breakfast.
Some of them have a formule with a sandwich, a dessert, and a drink, and it's awesome. You have to try that.
Awesome. Not too good on crowds though.
The fourth must-try
Crabs?
food on our
Crabs.
list is
The
foie
crabs.
gras and pâté. Once again, the art of French gastronomy has turned something that could be gross into something truly amazing. Foie gras is a delicate
I like
treat
the fact
with
that
a
they give
subtle
you the
taste. You may not
locations.
be able to put your finger on it, but when you taste it with a nice piece of bread and a glass of wine or champagne, it is truly memorable and very satisfying. Now, pâté is something just a little bit different, but it's really a country style with larger pieces of meats and vegetables baked almost like a meatloaf. It's a hearty appetizer, or in addition to a charcuterie board, these are definitely a couple of things you need to try while you're in Paris. And if you don't get it in a restaurant, you can buy it in any deli-style meat store or charcuterie. You can pick some up at a marché, bring it to the Eiffel Tower for a picnic, but do yourself a favor and try some foie gras or pâté.
All right, just a quick stop here to tell you about our Paris travel guide, which is available for download right there. It covers some of the best restaurants, bakeries, including some tours and transportation in Paris to help make your stay even better. So check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. Now let's get back to the video. The next thing you have to try when you're in France and in Paris is cheese and charcuterie. French people take happy hours seriously, except they call it apéros or apéritif. And there is no better time to have some cheese and cured meat or charcuterie than during the apéro.
I'm not big for cured meats, but I would try
at the
some.
end of a meal, and often instead of dessert. Trying the selection of new cheese on a charcuterie board is awesome. Many bistros offer a variety of saucisson or cured sausage, and a wide variety of hams, salamis, and prosciuttos, along with a cheese selection to complement them. They call it a charcuterie board or planche de charcuterie. So do yourself a favor and order one of those boards with a glass of wine and relax and watch people going by. This is a great way to wind down from a busy day.
The number 6 must-eat food to try when you're in Paris is crepes. You just have to try crepes when you're in Paris. Think about them like skinny, delicate pancakes full of yummy. And there are 2 kinds, the sweet ones with Nutella or caramelized butter and sugar with lemon or orange, or the savory ones, which are called galettes, with ham and cheese and all kinds of other yummy stuff. And whether you try one for a meal or as a dessert, definitely put crepes on your list of things to try in Paris. And you can get crepes anywhere you want in Paris. We like to get the quick on-the-go Nutella ones at Bobo. I like culture crepe and plenty of little spots, especially around Montmartre. Number 7 is seafood, and for me, more specifically, moules frites, or mussels and fries. Now, you may not think that Paris and seafood go together, but I promise you they do. We are close enough to the ocean that there are literally seagulls flying over the Seine. And mussels and fries are one of my favorites. I remember the first time I ever tried them here. Aside from tasting wonderful, it's a really fun activity for the whole family. And you get a big pot full of shells swimming in whatever sauce you order, like a white wine sauce, tomato base, mustard and cream. You have lots of options, but then you get to pick the shells out one by one and eat them. Some people use little seafood forks, but I like to eat them with other shells, just like castanetas. And then you dip the fries in the sauce, and oh my God, it's yummy. So if you want to know more about seafood in Paris, we did a video about that, and you can check it out. And my favorite place to eat moules frites in Paris is Solomon-Sy in Saint-Germain.
Now what you also have to try is profiteroles au chocolat. Profiteroles are as wonderful as they are simple. It's basically a puff pastry filled with vanilla ice cream, topped with hot chocolate melted sauce, and many times they serve it topped with whipped cream. It's very simple, but oh, so good. Probably because the French have amazing pastry puffs, amazing cream filling, and oh my God, delicious chocolate. Suffice to say, you'll be doing yourself a favor to try profiteroles. Enough said. Now, the best one I've tried so far was in the Louche Bem right by Les Halles, but the one in Bistrot de Paris was pretty good too.
Number 9 is duck. Now, I remember when I was a kid hearing about duck and thinking it was so fancy and exotic. And now that I live here, I see duck in the
duck that tastes delicious.
The truth is,
and I squish it in my mouth, but then when you realize it's fat, it kind of ruins it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you have duck fat last time?
A while ago. Yeah. But it's good. It tastes good. It's freaking amazing. Just don't think about what you're eating. You know, it's fat going.
It's fat. Just eat it. Now look at this duck.
Well, you're probably asking why. Why would you eat fat? If you get pork chops and cut off the fat, fry it up, it's also delicious.
Yeah, if you chop it down really small, like really or even grind it or something, you're gonna have little things. You really have to smell it. I told you that.
Yeah.
Okay, you try that with me. I got it. It wasn't that great because it's store bought, but we should make it our own. And then just add some marjoram to it, some salt and pepper, and then apples. Heart attack on the
people on French diet. You'll find it on menus all around Paris. They even have a fast food burger joint like Canard Street where you can get a duck hamburger. But it's definitely worth trying while you're here. My favorite is the duck confit, which is a slow roasted, super tender piece of duck, usually a leg or thigh, and it's served with vegetables and the sauce it was cooked in, and just make sure you have plenty of bread to sop up the sauce. And my favorite place to eat duck confit is Chez Germain in Saint-Germain.
They're making like a map on the thing, Google places street in Paris.
I think it's fair to say that everyone knows France and cheese go together. What you may not know is how they make full, hearty meals out of cheese. Now, raclette comes from the Alps region of France. It's typically a meal that you eat during the winter. But if you come here during May, then, why not give it a shot anyway? And you can get it year-round in restaurants like La Marmotte near the Forum des Halles, where they serve fondue and raclette exclusively. And one of the best in Paris. Raclette is cheese that is melted.
Yes, I eat cheese.
table
I like
top,
cheese.
and then you
I
pour
really
it
love cheese.
over cured
So
meats
definitely trying that
and
one, huh?
boiled potatoes with cornichons or French pickles that are little and tiny. Serve that with some amazing white wine, and you've got yourself a feast. And you can dip your French in a pot of gooey cheese fondue, which is, oh my God, delicious.
As a bonus, I'm gonna say that you have to try chocolate when you're in Paris, because we're not talking Hershey bars, not even Toblerone. The chocolate in France is next level. Do yourself a favor and stop in a chocolatier and get chocolate in Paris. And our very most favorite one is Jacques Genin. There is great chocolate, and then there is just chocolate that's way above all that. That's what Jacques Genin is. It's our absolute favorite.
All right, so that does it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Next, I would recommend that you watch this video, which is about some of the best local restaurants in Paris. And until next time, au revoir.
Okay. So, what you want to try?
All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
Really?
Yes.
Even
Except the
seafood?
mussels.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it!
I've had them before. It's not my thing.
Mussels are not your thing?
No.
You're okay with snail, but you don't like mussels?
No, it was a one-time thing.
Or was it oysters? The
Mussels.
mussels is different than oysters.
Mussels.
Mussels?
Potato. Tomato.
Oh, probably, yeah. They're like the ones, the little shells that
Yeah.
we get in chowder.
Yes.
That's mussels.
Mussel.
Mussels. I don't know. I don't speak English.
You speak English better than I do.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. So I think it's mussels.
Okay.
And I actually really like mussels and stuff, so I would like to try that. I'm gonna try to get the next video, not next, I actually have another one set up. But for another one about food thing, maybe their video about the seafood.
Nice.
Are you interested in watching that?
I am. Anything with food.
Okay, maybe next week then.
Except curry.
Oh, come on!
Curry tastes nice, it does. I just don't like the way it looks.
Oh, you see how he is.
Yes.
And I have to live with that. But I do serve him curry and he eats it, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Alright. One thing from that list that you definitely want to try.
I think those are the options again. Oh, I would say the chocolate and puff pastry.
Really?
A chocolate. Still kind of sweet.
Really?
Yes.
The sweet?
That's sweet.
Not that melted cheese? And fondue?
I want to try them all. But
Yeah.
she's had me pick one.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
chocolate.
that's a tough question. That's a
It is.
tough choice.
You asked the hard questions.
Okay. Alright. Well, I definitely... No, they're actually, it's a hard question to choose one thing. But that mussels and seafood with the fries. I love fries, so like having this and the
Yeah, and the salt makes a difference
yeah,
between
nice fries.
sea
and that,
salt,
yeah.
red salt, or the
Pink
pink
salt
salt.
and other.
Huge difference. So,
Alright, anything else?
no, that's it.
Thank you very much for watching. You'll see me tomorrow and you'll see Eric next week. Bye.